Have you ever pondered the divine identity of Jesus Christ? This question takes us to the heart of Revelation 3:21, a scripture that extends a profound promise and illuminates the divine nature of Jesus in a way that is both undeniable and compelling. In this passage, a promise of a magnitude beyond human comprehension is made. To the one who is victorious, I will give the right to sit with me on my throne, just as I was victorious and sat down with my Father on his throne. This is not simply a promise of victory, it is an emphatic declaration of Jesus' unparalleled triumph and his rightful place on the divine throne, side by side with the Father. This declaration prompts us to ponder, who but God could extend such an extraordinary invitation to share in the glory of the highest throne? The profound significance of Jesus seated on God's throne goes beyond mere symbolism. It stands as a powerful testament to his divinity. This throne, the seat of the Almighty, shines as a beacon of truth, affirming Jesus' status as God incarnate. As we delve further into the sacred text, this narrative woven through Revelation compels us to confront our doubts and skepticism. To reduce Jesus to just a historical figure or a prophet is to overlook the profound truths revealed in this passage. His deity isn't a matter of interpretation. It is a reality affirmed by his victory, his throne, and the worship he rightfully receives. For those who are skeptical or seeking, these scriptures extend an invitation to re-examine the evidence of Jesus' divinity. They challenge us to move past doubt, to encounter Jesus not merely as a man of the past, but as the reigning King and divine sovereign. In the promise of the throne, we encounter a powerful testament to Jesus' deity. The question remains, will you recognize the divine kingship of Jesus, share in his victory, and embrace the eternal truth of his deity? As we journey through the sacred texts of Revelation, let these revelations inspire a deeper understanding and open hearts to the undeniable reality of Jesus' divine nature. From the throne of promise, we transition to a scene of heavenly worship in Revelation 19:4. Here, the celestial stage is set with an awe-inspiring spectacle of adoration. The heavens themselves bow in worship before the throne, a worship directed unequivocally at both the Father and the Son. This is not a mere ritual, it is a powerful testament, a divine affirmation of Jesus' authority. Imagine, if you will, the immense significance of this celestial adoration. The heavens, filled with divine beings of unimaginable power and wisdom, do not simply acknowledge Jesus, they worship him. In this grand panorama of heavenly worship, the divine authority of Jesus is affirmed and celebrated. Who is worthy of such worship? Only the divine, only God. The worship of Jesus by celestial beings is more than an act of adoration, it is an affirmation of his deity. It's an acknowledgement that Jesus shares in the divine nature of the Father, a reality that resonates throughout the cosmos. The heavenly adoration of Jesus is not an isolated event, but a recurring theme throughout the scriptures. It is a testament of his divine authority and a powerful counter to skepticism. For in the face of such heavenly acknowledgement, skepticism finds no foothold. This celestial worship, radiant and all-encompassing, leaves no room for doubt. It testifies to the divine identity of Jesus, affirming his place not merely alongside God, but as God. It highlights the reality that Jesus' deity is not a matter of interpretation, but a resounding truth celebrated across the heavens. As we journey through Revelation, we see the divine identity of Jesus emerge with undeniable clarity. His deity is affirmed in his victory, his throne, and the worship he rightfully receives. These scriptures extend a challenge to skeptics and an invitation to seekers, to recognize the divine kingship of Jesus, to share in his victory, and to embrace the eternal truth of his deity. In the face of heavenly acknowledgement, skepticism finds no foothold. And so we are left with a profound revelation. Jesus is not merely a historical figure or a prophet, but God himself, adored and worshipped throughout the heavens. These revelations extend a profound challenge to skeptics and seekers alike. The scriptures of Revelation, particularly 3:21 and 19:4, invite us to re-examine the evidence of Jesus' divinity. They don't just present Jesus as a man of history or a prophet of old. They paint a vivid picture of Jesus as the reigning king, seated on the divine throne, a testament to his divine sovereignty. When we delve into the heart of these scriptures, we see a narrative that is both powerful and compelling. It's not just about acknowledging Jesus' divinity, it's about understanding the depth of his victory, the significance of his throne, and the worship he rightfully receives. This is not a matter of interpretation, it's a reality that is affirmed time and again in the sacred texts. The challenge here is to move beyond doubt. It's a call to look at the evidence, to question our preconceived notions, and to see Jesus as more than a historical figure. He is the victorious one who sits on the divine throne alongside the Father, a place reserved only for the Almighty, and it is this Jesus who extends an invitation to share in his victory. Revelation 19:4 takes us a step further, showing us a scene of celestial worship. The heavens themselves offer adoration before the throne, recognizing and affirming Jesus' divine authority. This heavenly acknowledgement leaves no room for skepticism. It celebrates Jesus' divinity, making it impossible to dismiss him as anything less than God. So, the challenge to skeptics and seekers is this: will you re-examine the evidence? Will you move beyond doubt and encounter Jesus as the reigning King and divine sovereign? Will you acknowledge his victory, his throne, and the worship he rightfully receives? The invitation stands. Will you recognize the divine kingship of Jesus? The scriptures challenge us to see Jesus in a new light, as God incarnate, the reigning King. It's an invitation to share in his victory, to embrace the eternal truth of his deity, and to celebrate his divine kingship. The question now is, will you accept this invitation? In the journey of faith, these revelations play a critical role. They invite us to embark on a transformative exploration of truth, to challenge our assumptions, and to step into the light of deeper understanding. As we delve into the heart of scriptures like Revelation 3:21 and Revelation 19:4, we uncover the undeniable reality of Jesus' divine nature. These passages are not mere words on a page, they are the keys to unlocking a profound truth. Jesus is not just a historical figure or a prophetic voice, but God incarnate. The throne he occupies, the victory he claims, and the worship he receives all attest to his divine authority. For those who harbor doubts, these scriptures offer a powerful challenge. They compel us to question, to investigate, and to seek the truth with an open heart. And in this process of seeking, we are not left to our own devices. The scriptures themselves guide us, illuminating the path and revealing Jesus in his divine glory. Yet the journey of faith is not merely about acknowledging Jesus' deity. It's about understanding what this truth means for us, for our lives, and for our world. Jesus' victory is our victory, his throne a promise of our own inheritance, his worship a call to our own adoration. The scriptures invite us not just to believe, but to participate, to share in the divine reality that Jesus reveals. And in this participation we find not just belief, but transformation. The journey of faith is, therefore, not a static path, but an active engagement with the divine truth, a dynamic relationship with Jesus as God. As we journey through these scriptures, we are not merely observers, but participants in the divine narrative. And it is in this participation that we find the courage to confront our doubts, to challenge our skepticism, and to embrace the profound truth of Jesus as God. May these revelations inspire you to embrace the eternal truth of his deity. As we conclude our journey through the revelations, one final thought emerges. We've walked through the sacred texts of Revelation, witnessing the divine identity of Jesus Christ emerge with undeniable clarity. We've delved into the heart of Revelation 3:21, where a profound promise is made. To the one who is victorious, I will give the right to sit with me on my throne, just as I was victorious and sat down with my Father on his throne. More than just a promise of victory, it's a declaration of Jesus' unparalleled triumph and his rightful place on the divine throne. We've also embraced Revelation 19:4, where the heavens themselves offer worship before the throne, adoration directed unequivocally at both the Father and the Son. This celestial worship recognizes and affirms Jesus' divine authority. Skepticism finds no foothold here. The divinity of Jesus is not merely stated but celebrated. This narrative challenges us to confront our doubts and skepticism. To dismiss Jesus as merely a historical figure or a prophet is to ignore the profound truths revealed in these passages. Jesus' deity is not a matter of interpretation, but a reality, affirmed by his victory, his throne, and the worship he rightfully receives. To skeptics and seekers alike, these scriptures extend an invitation to re-examine the evidence of Jesus' divinity. They challenge us to move beyond doubt, to encounter Jesus not just as a man of the past, but as the reigning King and divine sovereign. So, as we reach the end of our journey, the final revelation stands clear. Jesus is not merely a historical figure or prophet, but God incarnate. This is the profound truth revealed in the heart of Revelation, a truth that challenges skeptics and beckons seekers. In the face of this revelation, what will your response be?